I tested positive for COVID. Wow, that looks amazing. Eve's Tumor, but this time they're a spooky green man. I shouldn't be playing this. I might get cursed and like possessed. Boney M, Love for Sale. Or is it? And it's the best tapping sound ever. Oh yeah boy. 432 Hertz. You are my African queen, the girl of my dreams. Eat some f***ing shrooms. Saint, take your time. Wow, that smells amazing. Good night. Click. Hey everyone. This is Click to Relax, and I'm back. Honestly, I've been so busy lately and just kind of lacking inspiration, for a better term, I guess. I almost guess, like, I don't want to say a COVID scare, because it wasn't that scary, but I tested positive for COVID last week. Oh no, actually no, yeah, last week, on the Wednesday. However, I had no symptoms, and I just had a really awful cold, and then every single day after that I tested negative. And then, so I ordered a PCR test, okay, a PCR test. I ordered a PCR test. And, I did it. I sent it off, and the bitch came back negative. So on my 5th day of isolation, I called it quits because the PCR test is the most reliable test out there. And I just kind of went for a walk. I had no symptoms, and I had that negative back. I was like, hey, I've done 3 days of negative tests. I'll be fine. And I was, and I still am. I've been girl bossing to the sun ever since. That kind of left me a bit lacking in terms of inspiration. I kind of feel like it's been hard to think of stuff, especially for my course. It's been tricky, considering that, I may as well say it, I do creative writing at my uni, which I feel like a lot of people will judge me when I say that, and I feel like I need to say, oh actually it's a bachelor's degree, but really, people just judge when they hear the word creative and writing, and I think, oh that's a bit naff. But people think, oh why don't you do like a science or a maths or something that applies to society? You gotta have art in society, okay? You've got to have that sense of culture to appreciate. We've got to have collaboration, we've got to have, people doing new things and exploring, which is what I'm trying to figure out for myself right now. If we had a society full of mathematicians and plumbers and scientists and politicians and businessmen and economics, it would be a very boring world. So you gotta let someone do the art and the creative stuff. Anyway, rant over, let's begin the video. So, this is my part 2 of the record collection video that I did last time. And I've got a few new ones since, which I'll show you, like literally since the last video, but I'll show you those. Also, I got some new speaker stands right here. Look at them. I'll maybe put a photo in the, editing, and you can see how it looks, but they are very cool. They are from a chap called Vinyl Woodworm on Etsy. And they look really good, so if you want to support a small business in the UK, Vinyl Woodworm on Etsy, and you'll get nice speaker stands like that. Okay, so without further ado, let's begin with strong start because I want a good strong start. Who doesn't? We wanna go straight in with a banger, and this is probably one of my favourite records ever. I don't know about favourite album, but it was meant to be played as a record by a lovely new young woman singer. I say young woman, I'm literally younger, but oh well. You may know her for, I think, winning. She won something recently. You may know her for her Hawaiian shirt style and her spoken word. Basically, you may know her. And let's do a really slow reveal. I'll do it this way around. That's not it. Oh, you can already see the name. Okay, dead giveaway, it's Arlo Parks. So this one is Arlo Parks collapsed in sunbeams. There she is. I think, yeah, she has got red hair in this. She didn't before, but she still does now. Red hair. And I love the cover because it's so, like, just, oh my god, just casual. You know, it's very casual. So here we have Arlo, and she's in a pose, and look at her legs, and the way that she is, I don't know, just positioned. We've got over here, we can see her sneakers, and we can see some nice crystals. There's a salt lamp, not a crystal, but there are some crystals surrounding it. Look at the crystals, and I think an onion. She's got an onion and a salt lamp with the crystals, so that's quite good. Okay, which makes perfect sense, it really does. Who doesn't have an onion with their crystals? Excuse me. But then, over here, we also have a telephone and a cool statue just kind of here. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, so a cool statue as well. Okay, and up top here, I'll read it out for you. Up top here it says Arlo Parks collapsed in sunbeams, because that's the name of the album. 180 gram deep red vinyl plus download code, which I have already downloaded, so none of you can steal it from me. Includes the singles Eugene, Black Dog and Hurt. Some of you will definitely recognise Black Dog. That will sound quite familiar, I think. If you're not a fan of Arlo, or not a fan, if you're not a fan, there's something wrong with you. But anyway, if you're not familiar, with Arlo Parks, then you will recognise that song, probably. I'd like to think so. And then it goes on to say some nice quote, an incredible poet, Phoebe Bridgers, guys. If any of you are a fan of Phoebe Bridgers, then it's a sign you have to listen to Arlo. It's a must. And then a voice of our generation, Radio 1. I agree with that. And Arlo Parks gives teen angst a human voice by the Fader. I don't know who the Fader are, but yeah, very true. And let's go through the track list. So we have Collapsed in Sunbeams, Hurt, Too Good, Hope, Caroline, and Black Dog. And on side B, we have Green Eyes, Just Go, For Violet, Eugene, Bluish, and Portrait 400. Really, 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 really nice, really nice. Okay, so shall we flip it over without hitting the microphone? Let's see if we can do it. I doubt it. My chair will not stop making that noise. Okay, now the reason reason why the back is important is because this is the intro, but it's written on a wall. And I'll read this for you, because poetry is really, really, really just nice. More than nice. I literally take an English subject. Vivid, 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 vivid poetry. Situational, mimetic even, part of my theory coming in there, which means mimetic meaning, I believe, in the moment, I might be getting it mixed up with diegetic, but anyway, let's read this out. So, the intro says, collapsed in sunbeams, stretched out open to beauty, however brief or violent, I see myself ablaze with joy, sleepy-eyed, feeding your cat or slicing artichoke hearts. I see myself sitting beside you, elbows touching, hurt and terribly quiet. The turquoise in my ring matches the deep blue cramp of everything. We are all learning to trust our bodies, making peace with our own distortions. You shouldn't be afraid to cry in front of me, I promise. And by far the best line throughout all of this, I have to say, is making peace with our own distortions. I mean, what a killer line. Really nice. Just, So, shall we open it up? I think we should. Let's do it. Okay, so, again, the best line is imprinted inside of this. I think she knows that this is the best line, which is why she's got it printed twice. Well done, Arlo. Making peace with our own distortions. Again, such an amazing, amazing line. And flip it round. We've got all the lyrics, which is really nice. Which is just laid out really nicely, and I love the kind of coral red look to all of this. I'm not sure if it's a coral red, but it looks really nice. I like the colour scheme, and you'll like it even more in a second when I show you the inside. Wow. So this is the deep red, which I thought initially would be more of a burgundy before I opened it. However, this is also a really cool look. I mean, you can see my laptop screen, which is really unprofessional, but there we go. And it says Arlo Parks, collapsed in sunbeam, side A33. But it actually shows both sides and both tracks on it. All the tracks. Oh, hold on, there we go. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that looks, wow. Oh, that looks amazing. Okay, and then we flip it around, and it's a zoom in of the crystals and the salt lamp. You know what, this record really makes me want to get a salt lamp just because it's on the front. I think that's good marketing. Very good. So, yeah. And also, it is see-through, but it's more of like a translucent kind of look, so that it's more just to let the light through. You see the yeah, kind of like that. But it's very, very nice, and I just love the red so much. It's so fitting. You know what? While I'm here, let's read out some lines from the lyric book. Making rainbows out of something painful. Getting fried as hell and dodging gravestones. What a vibe. I love that. I want to do that. I'd take a jump off the fire escape to make the black dog go away. God. We lasted 2 months, could not hold my hand in public, felt the rise I Can Never Blame You, Darling. Agony and hints of sage, her eyes blind with disappointment. I couldn't recognize her face. Shards of glass live in this feeling. Have to somehow stop her leaving. Yeah, it's really, really good. I love the writing. So much in this. And that's enough because we've still got 4 more to get through. So I'm going to put this one back. In we go. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, and now let's put it back in the sleeve. Say bye-bye. But yeah, my favourite record to play, potentially out of all of them. I really like listening to this when I get dressed after my shower. It's just kind of that kind of vibe of, I don't know, it just is. It's really, really good. Anyway, next on. Okay, so up next, I'll let you guess for like a few seconds. Okay, so I talk about them on this channel every video. Okay, first begin. I'm seeing them live in a month's time. Oh, and their initials are YD. I wonder who it could be. None other than Yves Tumor. But this time, they're a spooky green man. Very spooky, very spooky. You've heard of Screamy Pink Man or Screamy Red Man. Now get ready for Screamy Green Man. Oh, it's not even screamy, but Scary Green Man. Scary Green Man. Scary Green Man. Scary Green Man. I'm well versed on r/final joke. Don't worry. Very well versed. I love the posts on there. People are just, God, ruthless. But yeah, Screamy Green Man, aka Yves Tumor. Oh look, more Screamy Green Man. Scary Green Man, but on the floor. And Warp Records, just chilling up here, because this is from Warp Records. Okay. And so, there isn't really a lot of information with this record. There's not much, like, at all. It's very limited, but I think that's the vibe. So, kind of interesting. I actually won't get the record out of the sleeve for this one, just because it's a bit awkward. But you can get the idea just from looking inside. When you get squished against a window, this is what happens. Okay, and then, so, I love the writing on this. Let me bring it close to the camera. Hope you can see the writing. But, look, it looks really interesting. Oh, but, yeah. So it's got the track list on there. Let me show you the other side up close, actually. It's a bit spooky. Yeah, a bit spooky. But, to be fair, yeah, this album is terrifying. I should probably say, this is like, if you collect records and you have kids, be very careful, because this one might traumatize them. Even with the first track, which is, by the way, the track list for the first one is Faith in Nothing Except Salvation, Economy of Freedom, Honesty, Noid, Licking an Orchid, feat. James K, and Lifetime. But yeah, I'm issuing a warning that this will traumatize your children. Faith in Nothing Except Salvation is the most unsettling intro I've ever heard to an album. Like, it sounds like, oh, shouldn't be playing this. I might get cursed and like possessed, and I might like, I don't know, do spooky things. Same with Economy of Freedom. You kind of get the idea of like, maybe I shouldn't be playing this. Then you go into Honesty, which is like, oh wow, I'm in a nightclub and everything is fine and I don't care about a thing in the world. Or you're like having a shower in the dark, which I've done before to this track because it's like, that's the vibe. And then Noid, which kind of touches on police brutality, but is also a banger. Licking an Orchid, I'm not too sure what it's about, but it's also really kind of, can't think of the word, let's just say it's quite visceral, really kind of, oh my god, I don't know. I mean, it's called an orchid, but for me, the colour that comes to mind with that track is like a kind of lavender. I don't know why. I mean, I've heard of synesthesia. I don't think I actually have synesthesia, but like, when I, certain bits of music or tracks will kind of give me images in my mind of what I feel like that should look like. And to me, Licking an Orchid is like a lavender. And then we have Lifetime, which is, wow, yeah, really good. It's like your life splashing before your eyes. So, yeah, side A and side B, because this is a double record. So, let's put this side back and pull out the other one, if you can do it quietly. I'm struggling. I can... Okay. Yay! I did it. That's great. We love that. Oh. Okay. There's something else with this record that I have not shown you. Oh. What's this? Oh, yeah. So this is a poster. I mean, not much on this side, but then you turn it round. Oh. And this is the intro kind of visuals. Faith in Nothing Except Salvation. The intro creepy music. This is like, if you go on YouTube and find the music video, which is like only a short clip, it's just Eves dangling upside down in a very terrifying way, and it's so beautiful but so disturbing. Yeah, nice poster. I don't want to put it up yet. I don't know where to put it. I haven't got space. So, let's put this back carefully, if I can do it. There we go. Bye-bye. Okay, time for side C and side D. Side C, which is also the same really cool text. Quite cool. It's the wrong way around right now. I'm just gonna manually turn it round. So, as you can see, it's similar to side A and side B, but instead of white and green, it's black and red. And so, the track list on this side is Hope and Suffering, Escaping Oblivion, and Overcoming Powerlessness, which is also the same track. It just has like a in brackets title, and then Recognizing the Enemy, All the Love We Have Now, and then Let the Lioness in You Flow Freely. Hope and Suffering again will remind you that this album should not be played, that it is probably cursed, and will give you nightmares. Recognizing the Enemy is like, whoa, okay. And the enemy is yourself. All the Love We Have Now is kind of just like a transition preparing yourself for the ending, which is like, the ending is just, it will give you an existential crisis. The ending is, let the lioness in you flow freely. Very crazy. So let's do a close-up of this album. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, very cool. In summary, this album is, very cool, a bit spooky, potentially, cursed, potentially might traumatize your kids, potentially might traumatize you, potentially might leave you gasping for air, screaming, tearing out your wig, lost for words. Very good listen, very good listen. Overall, I would liken it to... No, that's a bit too extreme. I was going to say A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara, but I think that's because I was reading that book when I got this, and that book is awful. Awful. Awful book. You have to read it at least once to know that you have a good life and be very thankful and appreciate your friends and family, but then after that you never read it again. In fact, I recommend you burn it. Listen to this album though, it's less dramatic than the book. Okay, I've moved my microphone because it was being annoying and I think a bit too loud, so it's now just over here. It gives me more space. But this next record, I think is just really a testament as to why records are just very, very good. I used to have CDs when I was younger, like just CDs we'd throw in the car and we'd take them everywhere and just not care, and they scratched and they're still playable but they'll skip some tracks, which is not ideal. But records, especially older records, they really do well, like surprisingly well. And I think this one, which is my oldest record, by the way, my oldest record, let's do the maths, it is 96, so that's, this record is 40, no, yes, I'm bad at maths, give me 1 second. Yeah, so this record is 46 years old, and actually, it's the oldest thing that I own, record-wise, and maybe in general, to be fair. And it still sounds amazing. And if I potentially say, Matt Baker and Rasputin, rah rah Rasputin, lover to the Russian king. However, this is not that exact record, but it's by the same people, and it is Boney M, Love for Sale. Or is it? Actually, it's their previous album, which I don't know the name of. It's on the record, but I was really excited because this one had didn't have Rasputin on, but it has Matt Baker on, which is one of my favourites. But that's a lie. The record inside was from their previous album. But it's fine because, you know, it was £2 from a charity shop, so I don't mind. It's okay. So as you can see, Boney M, Love for Sale. It's yeah, it's very, 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 very old, and the record, is poking out the bottom. It's a bit old, but what's amazing is just how playable it is. Like, there is so much dust in it, but oh my god, it just sounds amazing. It's really impressive how records can live for so long and sound so good. So let's open this up. I mean, it doesn't open up, it's just a sleeve, a very cardboardy sleeve. That's probably why this record is so dusty. If I can get it out, that is. Yeah. Also, something I've noticed is the record is actually more bendy than a lot of my other stuff, which I think is just because it's so old. It's become really, like, flexible. And here it is. So, the actual album name is Take the Heat Off Me, which is their 1976 album. But yeah, it is like, I don't know if I can show it on camera, it's just weirdly flexible. Like, you can feel it when you hold it. It just bends a bit, which is really strange. Okay, so, interesting how this does not say side A or side B. It says side 1 and side 2. This one is quite good because it's got Daddy Cool on, which was their other hit from this album, and I'm really happy. So, Daddy Cool, Take the Heat Off Me, Sunny, which is one of my favourites, it's really good, and Help, Help. And then on this side, we have side 2, No Woman No Cry, which is a cover. I think Bob Marley first did it, didn't he? Yes, No Woman No Cry. So it's a cover of Bob Marley, Fever, Got a Man on My Mind, that's like me 24/7, and Lovin' or Leavin'. So yeah, but let me just show this. You can see some of the dirt and some of the stuff on there, but really, like, it's quite impressive how well it plays. And you can see the label up close. Yeah. I don't think I was showing the other ones that well, so I apologise. But what's interesting is they're not lined up. They're often on like different angles, which I don't know why, but yeah. What else? Yeah, it's just quite interesting. Made in the UK. Yeah. I feel more comfortable doing some sounds on this one because it is so old and has clearly stood the test of time. So, although, I don't know. Oh, that's why tapping a record. Oh. I'm trying to do Rasputin. Anyway, yeah, so I personally feel okay just kind of touching this one because, yeah, I'm convinced it's like indestructible. So I'm gonna tap on it, and it's the best tapping sound ever. Listen to that. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, boy. Record taps, record taps, record taps. Oh yeah, boy. And if yeah, there we go. Quite cool. But yeah, it's indestructible. I feel like it will forever sound really good, which is a big stretch, but I don't care. Throw it like a frisbee, it'll probably still live. But yeah, it's really interesting, just the fact that records are now back, kind of becoming a thing again. I think they will, especially with the whole Spotify drama going on right now. People consider it more. But yeah, this really just justifies why records are quite impressive, whereas, a CD is digital, and in however many years' time, that might advance. We might have CDs come back into fashion, but, records really are quite indestructible, unless they get a scratch or two on them, but still, I don't think most people actively go around trying to scratch their records. So, or take them anywhere. You can't take them anywhere. So yeah, very, very impressive. A little prehistoric monument, if you will. You're very impressive. I know. Yeah, you're like 46 years old. Yeah, next year I'm gonna be 47. Beat that. Shut up. Don't talk back to me. Sorry. As you can tell, I am losing my mind. Even though it may not be the correct album, it's still very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Everyone say goodbye to Boney M. It's not Love for Sale, it's another one, but you get the idea. Bye bye. Let's move on to the next record. Let's go. Okay, this next one. What can I say? She is the vibe. She is probably very, very high. As I'm saying this, she is probably very, very high while you are watching this. She is Greensy Peng. Man-made. I'd heard of some of Greensy Peng before, and this was one of the first few records I got as well. After the first few, which I talked about last time. But yeah, she is very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. She has some interesting opinions, which, to be fair, some of them I get behind, some of them I'm like, but, you know, her music really reflects herself, and she is an artist in every respect. And there she is, she's chilling, in a little swirly whirly, ribbly dibbly, red, blue, yellow shit thing. It looks cool, so I don't mind. And it says, what's it say? Open your eye, Greensy Peng GTB, and of course there's a mushroom there because she likes mushrooms, and I do too, but I like normal mushrooms, and she likes wizardy, magic-y mushrooms. I just like regular ones with garlic and butter. And here is the track list in a swirl. But what's really interesting, which you may be thinking, this here, 432 Hz. If you've not heard of 432 Hz, it's the idea that by ever so slightly pitching down your music, ever so slightly, it feels more grounded and more kind of in line with your body and how you hear music. And 440 is the industry standard. Now, there's a lot of mixed feelings about 432. XXX Tentacion used to use it with a lot of his music before he passed. And so is Greensy Peng. You can find a lot of your favourite songs in 432 Hz. If ever you've gone swimming and you've left the pool after a really long swim, sometimes I find that everything sounds pitched down. It's really strange. I don't know if there's a word for it, but you know, you finish your swim, you get out, and everything is like ever so slightly pitched down. This is kind of what this is going for. Pitching everything down. So, and it's really annoying because my record player, the LB60X, has speed issues and it plays everything ever so slightly fast. And as a result, the 432 effect is basically lost, which is kind of annoying, but hey, it still sounds really good. Let's look inside, and she did have a poster with this, which is that one there. It's on my wall because it looks cool. So, let's let's open this. The record covers are really cool with this one. These all say Green Tea Bang in a very cool like calligraphy of her name. If you can see that. Yeah. And on this side, here she is in kind of an orangey look. And now let's take out the record. Okay, so a lot of spirals when you're playing this on the turntable. It looks very cool, I must say. And so we've got track list, Make Noise, This Sound, Free My People, Be Earnest, Nah It Ain't the Same, and the breakdown at the end of Nah It Ain't the Same it's amazing. It just sounds really good. Such a vibe. And then we flip over to side B, and we've got Earnest, Suffer, I can't read it. Let me check on here. Matiji Freestyle. I'm probably saying that wrong still, I'm sorry. And then Cali V2. I almost forgot. I need to show you the inner artwork. Oh. So, here is Green Tea Bang in the middle, and the Sing Sing family around the outside. Up here it says, I can't speak, executively produced by Earbuds. I'm not sure if Earbuds is an actual person, or if she means that she just used earbuds to listen to this, which is quite cool. But yeah, I think she looks quite cool there. The Sang Sang family, which are, I guess, all of the people that do the music for her. It's quite cool. Quite cool. I just realised I didn't show the inside of Eve's Duma either, so let's do that quickly now. Very cool. Again, a bit spooky with this one. Okay, so, side C, we've got, by the way, I love the colour scheme with this record. You've got Satyr, you've got Party Hard, and then undoubtedly the best song of the whole album. You're making me smile, just think about it. It's Ding-a-Ling. You are my African queen, the girl of my dreams. You take me where I've never been. You make my good ding-a-ling-a, ding-a-ling-a-ling, ding-a-ling-a-ling, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, ding-a-ling-a-ling. And then we have Maya, and finally, Man-Made. I say finally, I forgot there's side D, which has Meditation, Poor Man's Skit, Sinner, and Gymnastic Blues, which is in honour of her late father, who I believe passed in 2020. But yeah, it's a very nice memorial song. Very, very groovy. Nice send off. Put this back in here. Put this back in if I can. Okay. There we go. And let's just analyse the inner sleeve. Here we've got her again, but in kind of an orange and yellow. And here we've got orange and yellow Green Tea Bangs. Loads of Green Tea Bangs. Look at all the little Green Tea Bangs. Okay, so let's put this back into, very carefully, into the album sleeve. So, that's Green Tea Bang. The most vibey album I have. 100%. In her own words, as she says in one of her songs, eat some f***ing shrooms. joking. Okay, next, final record, let's go. I feel like this record, this is the last one by the way, I feel like this is an appropriate stage to end on, because I've just passed 1 hour of recording, which is going to be a lot of editing. Also, this is a very nice kind of chill late night record, okay? So it's very, very perfect, okay, for as you're maybe trying to fall asleep. Be quite good. So, yeah. This is Blood Orange, aka Dev Hynes, a UK artist, big up. And, so is Green Tea Bang, but I didn't say that, sorry. Green Tea Bang's also a UK artist, big up. And, I love this album art so much. Flip it around. Very simple, we've got the track list here. Orlando, Saint, Take Your Time, Hope, Jewelry, Family, Charcoal Baby, Vulture Baby, Chewing Gum, Holy Will, Dagenham Dream, Nappy Wonder, Runnin', Side D, Out of Your League, Minetta Creek, and Smoke. Fun fact, Smoke got remixed by Yves Duma, can you believe it? Oh my god. And it's one of my favourite tracks recently. I keep playing it over and over and over and over and over again. The only thing is, it does collect quite a few fingerprints, as you can see, which is not ideal. But yeah, comes with lyrics on the inside, you can see. This is actually, wow, why did the inside of record sleeves smell so good? Wow, I've never done that. Hold on, just give me 1 second. This explains it. I've heard people online saying records have a distinctive smell, and now I think I can smell it. Wow, that smells amazing. I'll only show you one of the records because they're quite simple and they look quite similar. But yeah, just a very kind of simple design, but I like that. I think that's all it needs, you know. Okay, a little close-up of the album cover. Yeah. Oh, forgot to say, there is a hidden track right here. Yeah, right there. Hidden track. It's not even listed on the record cover. It's not listed anywhere. But this lost track has kind of a monologue by, I think it's a trans woman who pops up repeatedly throughout this whole album. Kind of talking about her experience. A lot of this album is about the experience of, you know, queer people, especially queer people of colour. And it's just really kind of, these kind of monologues break off at certain points, and they're just really kind of interesting interludes between the album. Yeah, I like how this kind of tells a story as it progresses. Not a distinct story, but a story nonetheless. A musical story, if you will. But yeah, really nice. Blood Orange Negroes 1. Blood Orange Negroes 1. Very, very good, very good, very good. Okay, I'm gonna put this back. Okay, everyone say bye-bye to Negroes 1 by Blood Orange. Bye-bye. So I hope this video has been interesting and engaging. Please leave your suggestions down in the comments for what to do next. I need inspiration. I've been lacking recently and I've been very busy. Leave the ideas down there. Thank you. Don't forget to click to relax next time. If you would like a part 3, let me know. Okay, Let me know. Good night.